Greetings, movie lovers. I'm Vaughn Fry, YouTube's #1 Netflix commentary track provider, and today I'm watching Bad Boys 2. If you'd like to sync this up with your viewing of Bad Boys 2 on Netflix, go ahead, cue it up, get it to 0000, and hit play now. Rated R for strong violence, action, pervasive language, sexuality, and drug content. Nude woman playing a corpse, maybe? Right away, you're going to notice that the Columbia lady is quite white. This movie has a stylistic a departure from the last one. The previous movie is beautiful. This one is the movie where everybody says, I hate Michael Bay. I hate Michael Bay movies. I'm a film buff. I get to say I'm a film buff, and the way I'm going to justify that is Quentin Tarantino's God, Michael Bay's trash. And this movie is the movie everybody looks at as peak Michael Bay. As if anything he's done prior or after that's of good, this is the bad movie. And it's not awful. It's just not as good as the first. It's not as good as Transformers, maybe The Island, other things. This movie has maybe too much style. As I said, the Columbia lady's like pitch white, and it's because this beach bypass look. The whites are really popping in this movie. So do not adjust your screens. Everything is going to be overexposed looking. So as we go, we have some pills, ecstasy, being trafficked here in Miami. Nice looking shot. Everything is overproduced in this film, and this is a grand send-off for the action subgenre as it segues out of popularity in Hollywood to be replaced at the burgeoning of that superhero nonsense as that was starting up in the early and mid 2000s. And now it's completely infested everything, hadn't it? Do I need to turn the volume up on this? I know this is a loud movie. I saw this in theaters on opening night. It was packed, biggest theater in my city, and I had tickets. Went with two buddies from high school, and there was nowhere really to sit. And then these girls were like, "Oh, hey, we'll scoot over, and you guys can take our seat," because I'm that good looking. And I'll tell you this. Not a great movie. I would give it 2.5 out of 4 stars. But I haven't seen an audience react so strongly in a positive fashion to a movie since Toy Story. And when I saw that opening in 95. But yeah, people were just at the edge of their seats and laughing their asses off. All right, so we have a lot of surveillance stuff going into some drug guys trafficking thing. I think this guy was in this movie Blow that it had rave reviews off the gate, and then it just kind of got forgotten. But he was kind of being looked at as a villain du jour. What's his name? Jordi Molina, maybe? Take a hit of Mountain Dew here as I look for my remote control. All right, I'm trying to get this to where I can hear it, but you guys can't, so that YouTube doesn't. You know what I mean? Yep, a lot of resources being put into this drug smuggling operation here. We have a stealth boat. Yep, Oh no, we can't find him. You don't have any kind of way to scan for that? You're just going to naked eye look down on him, and that's the way you're going to not spot the drug boat. Oh, we got ecstasy in coffins. Okay. Produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. After Don Simpson had died, it was just Jerry Bruckheimer going forward. There is the Miami sign I spoke about. They had to make a new Miami sign for this movie in particular, because there isn't actually an iconic Miami sign. Henry Rollins, is it? He's an odd guy. He's like an actor, rock star, spoken word, and stand-up comic. So this is our paramilitary police group. TNT Tactical Narcotics something. It feels to me like once you get to this degree of an operation in the United States, doesn't this feel like the military having a strike in America? Does this not look like SEAL team stuff? Where's our bad boys? Directed by Michael Bay. Oh, I don't really like that drop shadow they used on the directed by Michael Bay text right there. Yeah. That's the difference of what you get when you have digital titles versus the old style of printing them on glass. Look at just the saturation in this. There is no mild tone. Everything is bleeding red, bleeding white. Oh, it's the bad boys. Yeah, everybody's laughing their ass off at like everything Martin Lawrence does this movie. Yeah, would they really start singing like this? I think some of the problem with this movie is it does start to take the action comically. It will take the action comically early and then try to change that to serious at the end when there's a giant raid. It's a bit excessive too. There are 3 major car chases, a litany of gunfights. As I said, you can view this as the grand send-off to the action genre. As a movie on its own, it's way too long. 2.5 hour opera of action. All right, we infiltrate the KKK. He's got the... Oh, jeez. I have one of those watches. What brand is that? It's a Navy SEAL watch. Luminox. It glows in the dark. Pretty cool. Without you having to touch any kind of dial or nothing. You'll notice that Will Smith's hair is a little tighter. His hairstyle, as it was in Fresh Prince, really fell off by the end of the 90s, and then everybody that had something like that started to just go a little closer crop. Martin Lawrence has packed on some weight. Judging from what I've seen of Bad Boys for Life, he looks heavier than that yet. And now here's their thing where they have a little bit of a fight to try to diffuse the situation. We got our rights. He looks familiar. Oh, there are going to be a lot of tattooed guys in this movie. Okay, now shots are being fired. Let's roll out. All right, now I probably need to turn this down before YouTube hears it. Where are they? Probably at the giant burning cross. Oh yeah, tactical roll. Dual wielding. We're blowing guys up in the air. Oh, there's going to be a lot of glorious explosions in this movie. I believe this opened at #1, but it made something in the 40 millions. That was before hyperinflation of opening gross reporting. Ah, yes, bullet time. The thing with bullet time is that after the first Matrix film, no one did bullet time the same way with a array of cameras circling. And it really became more about CGI bullet and slow-mo. And everybody refers to that as bullet time. So we have clipped the bum of one Martin Lawrence, Marcus Burnett. What were they going to do with the giant flaming cross at their meeting here? They didn't have any hostages they were going to lynch. I didn't see that happening. And now we're going to have a prolonged sequence of I got shot in the bum. I'm going to need a hemorrhoid donut pad, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it was you. Martin Lawrence is so incredibly sweaty in this movie, too. Okay, so now we have different guys playing their sort of foil duo within the department. Actually, I was getting a guy mixed up with somebody else, and I think that somebody else, isn't he the guy now? I'm gonna have to look up the cast here. Bad Boys 2 cast. Ah, yes, I've gathered everybody around. Does this look like the guy that has the facilities mentally to handle a drug operation? He looks like he belongs in an insane asylum. No, I don't think I'm talking about that Cambados guy again, but whatever. I do like Peter Stormare in this movie. He's kind of the wronged drug dealer or club owner, something like. Oh, we have a flashback in a Bad Boys film. We are breaking with convention here. There's a minor subplot in this film of relaxation, this woo-saw. Here we go. Everybody has to do therapy now. The the captain, he had obvious anger issues, and now he's what is he doing? Like walking around in sandals or without his shoes on, and all this stuff. I hadn't even heard of this Woo Saw thing until this movie. Evidently, everybody that has to do yoga or something is always chanting this. Yeah, these flashbacks, this stuff could have been cut. Give me a break. Your movie is 2.5 hours long. CGI helicopter. And we are jumping down into a club because we can't just have a normal entrance, just the simple exterior with a rotating camera. No, things have got to get wild. Keep your eyes peeled for an underage Megan Fox. I think she may be somewhere off in the background. I don't believe she has any speaking lines. But evidently something's up with her. She caught the eye of Michael Bay, and he's like, let's get you in my next project or somewhere down the line. Very intense lighting here. I've spotted Megan Fox in the behind the scenes stuff, but I haven't seen her in the movie, so I'm gonna be looking for that. We have a lot of girls dancing. The girl to guy ratio here is quite favorable. Everybody get your pills. Okay, look at how goddamn blue that is. I mean, if you had a camcorder, you know you were topping out the levels on the white because you'd get the zebra lines. That's the kind of thing that Blue's doing, almost like a cartoon. We staged that big O operation for 2 bags, some informant. Shit, you want to find that X? Go to a goddamn club. Can't you do that? Mr. Tapia, that's right. Well, look, a guy's ODing. What do we do? Okay, throw him out onto the alley behind the club, and then that way it won't be connected to us. He's kind of just fortunate there's some people not totally cranked out of their mind that they can actually be like, oh, hey, maybe we need to resuscitate him. And now you're getting the theme of this movie. Oh, no, no. There's the Miami sign that's not real. So I didn't like the departure in the score. When I see movies and they're in the same franchise, I want to hear the iconic theme in the next movie. The sequel, if any movie deserves to recycle a score, it would be the sequel, right? They have the rights to it. That's kind of supposed to be the whole point of keeping the actors in the same role. You have the song, right? It makes sense to me. They ditched all that awesome music from the first movie. And this was at a time where the trend, and I think in part from this movie, was to just take songs from the soundtrack and make that the score of the movie. So what we have is this Shake Your Tail Feather with a shitload of rappers. What is it? Nelly, Diddy, some other guy talks about Voltron or something. It was a song that reached #1 on Billboard's Hot 100, undeservedly so. Just, as almost any rap song was ending up over there at the time. It was not by any means the anthem of the summer. That probably belonged to Hey Ya. Hey Ya or Hey Ya. How do they say it? From Outkast. And here we are. Yeah, just look at the vibrance, the saturation. It's a little too much here. So I do prefer in an action film to have an orchestrated score, something with instrumentation, not just blaring horns. What you get now is you get a lot of redundant, repetitive horn use, just the same note, no, 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 over and over. Or let's just throw in a song before everybody starts singing and use that. So you're going to hear a doot 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 doot, and that's going to be the score for the movie, unfortunately. Okay, so this is Mrs. Dwayne Wade, and she is the sister of Martin Lawrence's character, supposed to be having a secret relationship with Will Smith, but is all over him at their family get-together, and he's not supposed to notice. Is this the same house from the first movie? Because his backyard is amazing, and this is supposed to be the poor guy. Gabrielle Union, she kind of got a late start as an actress. I've heard, cannot confirm this, that she was the first black person on Friends. What does that mean? Is that to have a character with a name? Surely not just in the background somewhere, right? What makes her, or the first female black person to have a recurring role? Is there some kind of qualifier to this? She played a high schooler in Bring It On, well past the age of high school. And now she is some kind of special task force something whatever police thing. Okay, guys, I just saw someone walking around in my backyard, so I am going to strategically pause this. Yes, and hopefully keep this in sync, because I might be getting robbed right now. Here goes. All right, we're going to resume. And, all right, I guess we're resuming here, and we're hoping that this worked out, but... All right, now we have a big thing with a dog. Okay, whatever. Kids are growing up a little bit. Were they the same actors? I don't know. Probably not, given the time between movies. Martin Lawrence's uniform in this movie will be sports jerseys. He's got an Alonzo Mourning. He'll have a Michael Vick. Constantly talking about this anger therapy crap. Now that is a kind of stunt that you only want to do once. Do you really need an above ground pool when you have the ocean, 10 feet away? Product placement, MGD. I am not totally against product placement. It feels to me like if it's set in the real world, contemporary times, and you have items you can put there to dress the scene and make it seem more realistic, go for it. I am more for having actual brands appear on screen than, oh, well, you can tell that's the knockoff of Miller. Some way it legitimizes this. Ah, yes. Check out our doors. The Russian crew up there, okay. How old are you? Old enough. Good answer. Then she gives him the business talk, just straightforward. I don't understand why she would have to explain to the guy ordering the money laundering service how money laundering works. And he's a little kooky. He can't be taken seriously. He's not nearly as bad as the complete nutter Tapia. I mean, shit, the guy that looked like Lee Corso with the white suit in the first movie was more intimidating. If you're going to have a serious action movie, you need an intimidating villain, not a goofball. Oh, somebody is lying. Dude, your problem. Okay, is it easier or harder to deal in drugs now that you can Apple Pay? The percentage for cleaning the money is 300,000. It's pretty steep. Oh, now this guy's speaking foreign tongue, and it's going to bring up the skinny subtitles compared to what Netflix is providing with the I don't know, what is that? Futura bold kind of look. Now with the Haitians, they want to knock this thing off. This truck full of money, I guess. Okay. Everybody's got to have a shitload of dread, so it makes it very difficult to determine who is what character, if they have a name, and who's still alive. Yeah, everybody, we have a signaling horn instead of, I don't know, text message. I don't like sped up footage in films. The exception may be chase sequences in The Road Warrior. When you're just doing like a helicopter shot or a crane dolly, and you're speeding it up for the hell of it, no, it takes me out of the film, honestly. Nobody ever said let's speed it up for dramatic effect, right? I should point out again that the car for Mike Lowrey, that's Will Smith in this film, is the Ferrari 575. It goes like 202 miles per hour. I think it had something in the 500s horsepower. I've seen one in person, and it looked okay. It it's more of a grand tour with the Ferraris at this point. Their sport car would be their V8, like their entry model. Man, does that guy look a lot like the guy from Avatar? Had like a child with Marky Mark. Oh no. So were they supposed to be bait? All right, guys, you're about to see a long car chase. Have you ever met anybody with the last name Union? Did did she come up with that? If your last name's Union, do you pay fees or not? Ouch. And he's going to be dead. Oh, the Ferrari. Does it have a dent in it already? Kind of looked dented over on the fender. I think it largely, given the amount of bullets that fly, that thing stays relatively unscathed. Door off car chase. It's almost like she works for UPS. See, I don't like the choice of car in this Bad Boys for Life because it's it's probably overall a better car than this Ferrari. This was like the top Ferrari available. Well, was the Enzo the top not Enzo Ferrari available? He's not driving the best Porsche. I get maybe the best Porsche this month, but until the turbo comes around, it certainly doesn't cost more than this Ferrari. Was Mike Lowry on hard times? We have like what multiple Chevelle SS here, or is there a Camaro SS too? I have a special case for my automatic guns in my Ferrari. Cars just piling up. How many cars get wrecked in this movie? It doesn't reach Blue Brothers 2000 degrees, but it can't be far behind. Oh yeah, this looks dumb. We're gonna spin around and yeah, I'll take out everybody like this. This is a war zone out of Predator 2. The poor lame cops with their, what, Chevy Caprice? Tactical roll in the Michael Vick jersey. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh, I get a roll too, baby. Believe me, lady, I think they wanted to move. I don't I know Miami has some crimes, but I don't think they've ever had an issue like uh I don't know what this is, a battle. How have her tires not been shot out? Man, these guys are determined, aren't they? Oh, Sid had to shoot somebody. Now they got the brilliant idea to jump aboard a semi-truck transporting cars. You know, I never did see Megan Fox, which gives me the impression that in my feature film debut, I had more screen time than Megan Fox, with about one frame showing the back of my head. We gotta hit those barrels full of water, baby. I've never seen those explode like that. I couldn't even tell you what they hit. They're a trailer. This is what I do. All right, we have some CGI touch-ups here, but there are largely accidents involving real cars. There's also a camera car that's in chase here, and this was somewhat more innovative than a lot of other approaches where they just had a shitload of cameras on a car that followed. Maybe it was like a Corvette or something. I can't recall. Oh no, your gun shot up my airbag. I would think that would cause some major issues. Just, yeah, with the engine in front in this Ferrari, possibly could have taken the car out. Glorious real crashes. You don't get that out of MCU. Oh, it's off the chain, baby. When he says it's about to get sicker, that sounds like a poor dub over for Will Smith. Realistically, it would be so loud. These guys would have to be shouting at each other for it to pick up. Whoop. Look at that flip there. Supposedly, there's a record for most times a car flipped. Maybe it's end over end. Uh, and that would be in Casino Royale. This is a long barrel roll. Dang, look at how awesome that is. I think scenes from this were used in a PSA involving. Yeah, it was largely this, but with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jackie Chan placed on motorcycles. Look at that. It flips like over them. Yeah, Martin Lawrence is having a hard time dealing. And then they're going to have to get a boat involved, right? Here we go. There's. Come on, guy. You see all this shit going on behind you? What do? Do you speed up? Do you slow down? Try to let it go around you? That boat spinning. If that's CGI, it's amazing. This stuff doesn't look like CGI to me. This looks like we're throwing cars. I'm covered in blood, but it's not mine. This area where they stopped, this, yeah, this overpass over here. I think this is where Crockett's first partner in Miami Vice dies in a car bomb, played by Jimmy Smits in the pilot. Jimmy Smits, not that he has to do with this movie, but he always plays a cop or a lawyer. And he has some new show where it's like his daughter's a lawyer too, and she says in the trailer, lawyer. And that gets on my goddamn nerves because it's clearly lawyer. If you are an attorney, you don't call yourself a lawyer. If you have an attorney you've hired and they say that they're a lawyer, drop them. All right, we got to have a little bit of chewing out, but the camera, it's always going to be on them tracks, circling around. Oh, he's got Michael Vick Atlanta Falcon jersey. I mean, he like fighting dogs. First time using a gun, you handled yourself very well. Too bad your partner didn't notice. I mean, my brother. All right, we've had too long between action, guys. We got to get something else going. Oh, they're stealing your money. We're just gonna let them have it. Okay, so it's a drop. So she got to the destination, and it's like, okay. I mean, you could have left the keys in the car. They could have just taken off with it. Whatever. Yeah, no shit. Someone's gonna get murdered. Miami Police Department with escalator. How do you determine if your building needs an escalator or an elevator? And here we are, Joey Pants, angry. Yeah, well, there was nothing finesse about what we just saw right there. Carnage on the highway. And look, taking the shoes off to go in the office. Oh, you didn't sink the boat because that thing would never get in water. Yep, see, did they get like the whole department on this therapy bullshit? He's got a grenade next to bamboo. And it's like, what, a Hindu statue thing? I know what they call X on the streets. That's why I'm the captain. It's cool. Okay, then why are you explaining it in dialogue like it's for the audience? DA all over that mess, yeah. Remember your pressure points. He has to have the incense going. He has to wiggle his ears. This woo-saw shit. Hopefully that's been excised from Bad Boys for Life. I would wager this. There is no way in hell Bad Boys for Life has more action than this movie. From the trailers, it looks cheap. I see a cheap digital look to it, like not necessarily every scene, but it looked like some of those night scenes were a cheaper, like consumer grade digital camera, not skillfully outfitted, not looking like film. I saw a lot of CGI helicopter work, and they're doing something on a bike with a sidecar. I don't even know. You know, you see something like trailers for Bad Boys for Life, and it feels like a Kickstarter got a movie going. Like, okay, we raised enough money to bring back Felicity or whatever, Veronica Mars, and this is what you get. Okay, you just want to start shooting your money because there's rats in here. What kind of screw up has rats in his cash holding facility? This is not a serious villain, guys. It detracts from the movie a great deal. You know, it feels like we are a ways into this movie with very little accomplished, doesn't it? We're 45 minutes and shit. The bad guys, the bad guys don't know who the bad boys are. The bad boys don't know who the bad guys are. Still would rather watch this than The Last Jedi. They're trying to jack your loads, dude. So part of the issue here is this guy's not even in Miami. Isn't he in Cuba? Yeah, his daughter's a little heavy, and it's like, I want to be a model. And the guy kind of laughs. It's like, oh, you're in trouble. You don't want to be a model? Models are filthy creatures. You're more like an angel. What do you think, Carlos? Oh, of course, yeah. All right, we got to go crack down on these Haitians guys that are giving us some bad intel. Yeah, I thought that Will Smith was looking, in pretty good shape here. I think he has a little bit more muscles than the first movie, while all the time thinking that Martin Lawrence just looks sweaty as all shit and heavy. Only for him now to look worse. Jeez. All right, could somebody have toweled down Martin Lawrence? Oh, he's Haitian because there's chickens all over the yard. Got to sacrifice him, right? When there's something in Major League about that, right? Got to sacrifice him for the home run. Blondie Dread. Oh, you want information on this guy? It's going to cost you, huh? Oh, how about I just start breaking your shit? Yeah, that's the way police can get stuff done, right? And then shit gets a little goofy here with music and stuff. Do we really need to put music in here? Crack. Compare this scene with how the liquor store looks when they stop by the liquor store in the first movie. Didn't that look beautiful compared to this? I know in some way you could say this looks cleaner. It looks more touched up digitally. But does that make it better? It's sharper. I would say arguably less realistic though. All right, we are not ready for a major gunfight, but okay, sure. It looks like we have invaded an industrial rock music video. I don't really think guns move furniture as so much as the bullets go through them. Not welcome here. Doing a lot of swoopy swoop. Some CGI trickery here to blend these shots together. Because, of course, you're cutting through solid wall here, or rather that closed door. A few different ways to go about that. They likely just it's just a simple edit type thing. I could have sworn I saw the behind the scenes on the DVD. I have the DVD of this. And then it's looking like CGI glass stuff here, yeah. What does Will Smith think he's shooting at? He's shooting to his side, but not through the wall, not at them, not in their direction. Look at that. He ain't close to shooting nobody. At least they're firing through the glass. Well, your brother was shooting at the cops. What was the likely outcome? This guy, he seems to be laughing as he's dying. Let's see if I got him. Nope. If they kill me, they're killing everybody. What, are you radioing for help? I'm not totally sure how Will Smith orchestrated this kill. Yeah, the days before everybody had flat panels. He has to take a minute, like, huh? You apologize to that man? Just, why did this stuff get worked into the script? That was not the best kick I've ever seen. Oh, no, these guys look kind of dead. See, now they're taking the deaths comically, and that is a thing that happens throughout this movie. Maybe more so starting right here. We're going to have a bunch of dead bodies. They get thrown about. A naked blonde chick with obvious implants. Not actually. It actually is a girl just doused in powder playing the cadaver. And that brand of humor may be a bit much for people. Fat audio video, really? Hey, they got a camcorder. We need to see what's on the tape. Since we don't know anything about electronics and we don't have a police department full of people who can do this kind of stuff, let's just go down to stand in for Best Buy. Gonna save with widescreen so you get the correct ratio. Oh, yeah. So the Haitians are basically doing the surveillance for the cops here. They've gathered the intel. The Haitians are scoping out the mortuary, and that's where a lot of this is going down. Guys, my dad owns the store, so we need to not be watching this. I don't recognize the video, dude. Your dad owns the store, and you're going to accidentally put it on every TV in the building. Oh, I love that. My dad's coming. My dad's coming. This is a fairly funny movie. It just a lot of the humor is a wild miss. And I thought this scene was quite funny in theaters. Everybody was laughing their ass off, where they have like this broadcasted throughout the store confessional thing. My ass still hurts. Everybody's like, "What are they? Huh? From what you did to it the other night? Oh my lord!" And now you've got Michael Bay, the homophobic jokes, Me Too, Time's Up, all this shit. You could not have this joke in Bad Boys for Life. I absolutely guarantee you. You pop me from behind. I think you damaged some nerves. Okay. Pop one, pop two, eating them like Skittles. That's where he was saying. Oh wait, he mentioned Skittles in the last movies, right? Or did he say and some Skittles? I think he said and some Skittles. Yeah, that's a real problem for me. We are partners with boundaries. See, there's some wordplay here. I think the joke works. Are we really going to get triggered over this? Oh, everybody is watching this. No. Look at the way that ended. You need Jesus. I think that if they'd done this today, they would have got like a big clap from everybody. Everybody would have started applauding. 5'10", 165. I'll tell you what, when I hit 150, I look fat as shit. I don't know what is wrong with me. Just, it's all to the stomach and the face. 160 is unbearable for me. I've been 160 a couple times. When I was 160 in like 8th grade, I was jacked like Bill Goldberg. But there's John Sally. He's back. Big O thick Coke bottle glasses there. He's the computer guy, and this time he is not in prison. Oh, come on. We need you. We need you to stand up so everybody can see how tall you are. I see some Sony headsets there. This is Columbia Pictures, a Sony property. Sony really likes to shove their tech into their films. You notice, like, was it Resident Evil, the final chapter? Was that it? Is that what they called it? It's like, hi, I'm Alice, and I use this phone that no one uses because it's Sony and all. This guy starts explaining bugs like he's Bubba Gump. Oh, we found out who owned the mortuary. We traced it over here, and blah 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 blah. So you got a rat problem where you're holding your drug money over here, huh? So the main bad, he's got multiple compounds, right? And then we're gonna get some rat humping that people got a good laugh at. There's a bit heavy on the slapstick brand of humor in this. You're not getting the rest of the house, even though we do want to scope it out. Okay, how short is the ceiling here, guys? Who made this crap? Such a weird angle to get put in your Vice Cop action movie with all the shootouts and stuff, huh? We need you guys to dress up as exterminators to go kill the rats at the compound, okay. Alright, so now our club owner is meeting up. It's not that Michael Bay uses a lot of the same talent repeatedly, but, Peter Stormare, he was the cosmonaut at the Russian station in Armageddon. Not quite a million years ago. Really, this is a shithole. New place, the one I'm building in Cuba. That's what it's all about. Yeah, then we're gonna operate the movie from Cuba. I take the girl hostage. We go to Cuba, and then we have 30 more minutes of movie left. Totally unnecessary, but providing for a big climactic finish. And as unnecessary as it is, like we're looking at movies that are excessively long for what they are. The Last Jedi pulls the same kind of shit where it goes to another location to end the movie, only when it does so, it shits on your dreams and childhood. Here, nothing's affected. We've got Sony cameras. I'll tell you though, when this movie was made, Sony was really at the top of a lot of the electronics. They had the best TVs. As portable music players go, they're still going strong. Discman's still a thing. You get the what was it, the main disc or whatever? Oh, now we're gonna have the rat humping puppet stuff. Those are puppets, right? They didn't linger on it too terribly long, so it can't distract. But uh-oh, exterminator's not busy exterminating. They're bugging the house. Well, you did say it was a shithole, right? Does it make sense to you that this place is falling apart? Rats? Okay, yeah, okay, you'll buy that. Oh yeah, your partner's here. You know this can't turn out right. Ooh. That looks so incredibly real, too, guys. They did a bang up job with the cadavers you'll see later. All the fake body appliance stuff, the silicone, all of that stuff. It's the absolute best I have seen in movies. The dead bodies in this movie that are used, I think it was one of the Mythbusters on his Tested show, the on YouTube, Adam Savage. I think he showed off a head from Bad Boys 2, one of the miscellaneous heads that was used as one of the dead bodies in an upcoming chase segment, and it looks unbelievably realistic. Ooh, who is playing that wife? Wow. Leave my family out of this. Come on, I'll sign something over to you. Sure. I don't understand why signatures are still a thing, people. Can't you? What's stopping you from just signing other people's names when you need it on a paper? I don't get it. They have to, everything will get verified and go through, right? Until they say, hey, wait, that's not my signature. If they ever get around to it, Sony monitors. It had not dawned on me how much Sony shit is in this movie. Ooh, you didn't bring all of Yosef in. Oh, that got a laugh from the theater too. The Reds eat the rest of them, right? Okay. Clank. It is not easy to lift a tank with anything in it to hit someone in the head quickly. I know because I have superhuman strength. Bam! Will Smith gets blown out another window. Zook pest control. I'm not counting this as a car chase. It does not count. No. This is a simple, we're going in the roundabout and out the gate. That's what this is. All right, we let him get away this time. Other action films set in Miami in 2003. Too Fast, Too Furious. I was doing a commentary track for that. I said I wouldn't, and I got 45 minutes in, and my Audacity program crashed, and so I had to scrap it. And that is why I just thought I'd bring that up real quick. This guy, you've been a real disappointment. Nobody puts in danger my daughter, my mother, my money. Do we get realistic shots of the head in movies anymore? They'd cut away from that right quick, wouldn't they? Very sad. You have to wonder if she's in on it, right? You're not sure. Is he lying to her? Are they having fun with it? What is her angle? John Sally, I need you to sort through these clippings. I do like this idea of our main cops kind of being antagonized by a competing duo in the film. Please bring that back and have it recur for the third. It does a lot, actually. It enriches the environment of the movie. It makes you feel like there's so many more crazy adventures happening that you have to get more people in on the. Look at this goon. This is an awful villain, guys. You want to see scenery chewing. This guy, he's mowing it down. Oh, Joseph, Yosef, what are we going with? You know, they got John Sally in for Bad Boys 2. Surely he's in the third, right? I mean, you couldn't bring Taya Leone in. We're probably not going to see her, but come on, John Sally, surely he's in there. Give him some action. Let him punch a guy out. He teach me how to shoot people. Let him shoot somebody in the next movie. Get some 17 years payoff. All right, we just did some surveillance on the bugging, and here we go. Does. John Doe's. Bodies. If you get some fat people killed, you can stuff them with more drugs. Is that the idea? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Gabriel Union is in this movie still. Jeez. Has it been an hour since we've seen her? Dang. Okay, yeah, we want to make sure we get a view of that. The butte. Oh, yeah, everything has to be some kind of wormhole scoop, swoopy shot into something else. So now her angle is supposed to be that she is going to be dating the big bad. That's going to be her DEA way into this, huh? Do we know he likes black gals? Oh no, she's going into the water. That's his plan in case she's wearing a wire in that bikini, huh? I don't like it. All right, now is the part of the video where... Oh, shit. Where did I put my phone? I don't have goddamn pockets. I was thinking I need to look up if that guy is the dude from Avatar. Surely he had to be doing some shit beforehand, right? All right, I'm back. I don't think we missed a whole lot there. Just a lot of okay. So I'm gonna be your girlfriend for a little bit. Don't worry, I'm not gonna betray you. Blah blah whatever. Oh, has Will Smith done his "I make this look good" stuff yet? Michael Shannon is in this. Floyd Poteet. When was he the guy I said looked familiar at the Klan meeting? I think so. No, I gotta stay undercover, la la, whatever. We're coming up with some excuses. Jesus Christ, there's a huge cast of this movie. Michael Bay is crappy car driver. I don't recall seeing that. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. What the hell is this scene even? They're just sitting there waiting. Okay, so there he is. Yeah. There's Floyd. Kneel before Zod. Oh, and we're going to give a little bit of a flashback so that we can remember him. It's too much heat. I can feel it. You're in Miami. So do they go around looking for fat people to kill the stuff with this, or they just say they're fat, they're going to drop? There's plenty of them as is. All right. Well, yeah, they had to bring this guy in because of the drop stuff, right? They make a Dr. Phil joke in 2003. I think his show started in 2002. Still going strong, huh? Strong to the point of what he makes 75 million a year to hardly do anything. What? He still don't know about us? I'm doing this commentary while holding a large butcher knife because somebody was walking around in my damn backyard and I could see it through the window. And I almost cut myself. Oh, and now he's lying. The look of this movie with its over vibrant, huge saturation, all that would carry over for Michael Bay's Transformers, and largely anything else he's touched since then. Hell, I think even that Friday the 13th remake had a or reboot. What it had a bit of this kind of look too. And the Turtles, to some extent, yeah, probably. We're having arguments about things that don't need to be in this movie, and this is how something gets bloated. I guess there was a lot of can't tell Michael Bay no at this point. It really wasn't until The Island, which underperformed, that he had to partner up with Steven Spielberg to get Transformers done. And then once Transformers started making money, then he could do whatever he wanted again. This movie, though, I don't think it made enough money to call it a huge hit. You could have a movie, and it could still happen, open at number one. The new Terminator movie last week opens at number one as a bomb. How often do you hear that shit happen? Even then, it'll probably even make even. It's so difficult for movies to really lose money if they have a wide release and are in multiple markets. Now, there's our boat. Are the coffins that necessary? If the police don't see the coffins, does it matter what the money's in? Can't you just move bags? I don't get it. Well, we're about to get another car chase, guys. Oh, there's Michael Bay. He's not a crappy car driver. He's driving a crappy car. And what they take here, I think, was this before they introduced the V in this? This was I think this is a Cadillac CTS. Dan Marino is going for a test drive in this. Makes sense. Local celebrity. You could potentially bounce into him. Yeah, this is not a V. The V has a mesh type grill. Look, this doesn't. But this was a new car, and so they're showing off the new Cadillac. I think they also showed these off in Matrix. Oh God, is it Reloaded, the second one, or is that the name of the video game? I get that mixed up. Revelations, that's the third, right? How weird is it to see guys in a car, that an actual car on a road moving with the actual background going, and they're talking in a movie these days? I was watching goddamn Daddy's Home 2 the other day, and they couldn't be bothered to actually shoot inside a car outdoors. I'm sick of this lazy filmmaking bullshit. Oh look, they're kicking up real leaves. Can't do that in a Marvel movie. Oh, this poor guy Floyd. Zod would not be handling this well, man. He would not be going in that trunk. Do you need to ask him if he's lost his mind? He always drives like this shit. It's astonishing you guys have lived this long. Damn, I don't even remember there being a train stunt. I guess it's because it doesn't hit anything. Oh, did he say like Dave Marino's gonna like this car? Not this particular one. We're gonna mess this up. Yeah, here we are. One like this, yeah. I think Danny Marino could probably do a little better than a small Cadillac. Was he buying this for his daughter? This is before every girl needed an SUV. Look at these bodies. This shit is incredible looking. Look, it's a gross out style of comedy that was not in tune with the comedy of the original film, and so it could be off-putting. Oh, we are smoking some tires today. This guy just has to flex. He doesn't even have a YouTube channel. What the hell's he doing? Undercover police, everybody move. Oh, boy. Is that the head that came off that the Mythbusters were showing off? I like how those guys ended up lying to seize this office building. And like this place just gets destroyed like it's Skynet. This is the kind of shootout you expect at the very end of a movie. Like this is pretty extreme. What brand is his beanie? I can't tell. Looks like there's a little R there. They made a video game for this. I think it was on the Xbox. It was like Miami Connection or some shit. It was like Bad Boys Miami something. Miami Heat down. I don't know. Miami Crackdown. Maybe that's what it was. It's supposed to be atrocious. And that was back when everything had to have a video game. Every movie had a video game. Not necessarily every TV show. Every TV show had a video game even in the days of the 16-bit wars, but movies had games, and now they just put the characters into something for a limited period of time. You had a limited event for Terminator Dark Fate over in Gears of War, Gears 5 as they call it, and they added Linda Hamilton, and they put Arnold Schwarzenegger's likeness as a T-800 for Dark Fate into Mortal Kombat. Is it Mortal Kombat 11 that we're on now? But they weren't bothered to actually use Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice, and it comes across as awkward AF. Highly doubt they used either of these guys' voices in the game. Oh, he's biting. Who bites? Yeah, I'm not opposed to biting. If there's like some terrorist shit activity, somebody gunning down a grocery store, I mean, I'll bite them. Come on, somebody help him out. Can't you tell who the good guy is? Oh, damn. It doesn't look like they're going as fast as that train is actually going. Or should be going, right? He's choking out your boy. Oh, that's a bad way to go. That is not a good way to do. Man, you put the brakes on too hard, you'd throw him off of that, wouldn't you? Barbecued. Okay, so the impression is he got electrocuted and not crunched down. How are they ending up with so many John Does? There's that many people dying nobody can identify. How you doing? I. Oh, come on, Captain. You had to know these guys were already dead. Look, they've already gone through an autopsy. Shit. It, he comes across as questionable as to how he ever became a captain. And you can, I guess, with that understood, you can see why he's been captain for at least 25 years at this point, right? Like, they won't give him promotion because I don't know, he doesn't seem to know what he's talking about. I feel like there is a quicker way we could have gotten to the plot of this movie. Such a weird roundabout. We're leading this to here. We can't tie the two together, though we should have already. Whatever happened to whatever it takes. That was pre-vehicular manslaughter. All right, we threw this guy in a trunk. Gosh, Michael Shannon ain't short. I want to transfer. What? Oh, that's right. He wasn't looking to retire in this movie. He wanted to transfer. The next movie, he's going to be doing the retirement spiel. What the hell? My baby girl going to movies with a boy? Please don't embarrass me and ask him a lot of questions. Will do. Now, the forthcoming scene here with the bunch of questions for the guy, I thought it was funny. So did the audience I saw this with. Everybody was enjoying it. Roger Ebert found it so mean-spirited he hated the movie for that scene alone. Oh, it's so mean they're bullying this kid. He didn't do anything bad. How about if it's your daughter, you do this to make sure he doesn't do something bad? How much money are they pinching off of what they've been doing to afford this house? Well, let's look through the old yearbook. Did that say 88 on it? Oh, here we go. This guy plays this so well too. Like, this is the way a teenager talks to a girl's dad. You know, all shy like. Did they find a non-actor for this? A guy totally green, because it works. Let's wave that gun around. Irresponsible. Okay. Yep. Critics would have a fit. Pointing the gun at him. Oh yeah. We've. This is bad. We can't be doing this. And get out of the way. Yeah. But you know what? Ludacris is short. I don't know why Will Smith is playing this like he's drunk here. And why the hell did that come up? It got a big laugh in the theater though. You ever make Love Man? Nope. You want to? Huge laugh. I kind of think that if you had the stars of a movie talking about the commentary, that they wouldn't be able to tell you how an audience reacted to it because they likely never sat in on that experience. Oh, is this our TNT squad? We're about to see some fake jubblies. Scale that wall in our Adidas. We've got delivery. What, you don't want it? Keep them busy. Hey, we're breaking in almost like the first movie. They have jumped in to the incinerator. Oh, really? Now your excuse is let's go inside for some hot cocoa? These guys had to know they were getting their chain yanked, right? Should have immediately called the boss. Now, it does rain a lot in that area, but I kind of think that they were going for a Frankenstein's monster type approach here with all the lightning. And when you start seeing the dead bodies and the lightning flashes, I think that's what they were trying to bring to mind. Oh yeah, it's gonna be smelling in there. You might want to you keep the fan going. So I wonder how many of these cadavers are actors sitting there versus done up bodies. Oh yeah, that'd be a fake one right there. But then why is the girl real? That's the curious part. And there we are. Yeah, those are not natural. Why are caskets so well padded? Ain't nobody complain about comfort. Oh, you guys ever have to stick your hand down some bodies? Ugh. For what reason would his brain be cut like that? Ugh. Finally, drugs and money to pin on him. Uh-oh, he's going to accidentally take some. Like you wouldn't have noticed the pills in the glass you were drinking out of. As sweaty as Martin Lawrence is in this movie, does he need any X? And then it also makes him like this, just more of a buffoon. Oh, he accidentally got high. Oh, he's hiding with the girl. There were some laughs with this scene. Bimbo's next. Oh no, not the bimbo. Drive it into the building. Come on. Too many crash on my phone. No, not me. I ain't getting a red flag. That's the kind of distraction we need, man. Somebody do something. Is this what professionals do in police? Let's have a little bit of a bickering, arguing thing. We're gonna have like some slapstick activity happen here. Like, uh, gosh, so many of these buildings look alike over in Miami. Doesn't that look a ton like the apartment complex where Will Smith lived in the original movie? Get out of there. Okay, now Will Smith has a different car, and I need to take a good look at this because I could not easily identify this. Is this some one-off custom ride type thing? It's not his Ferrari. Yeah, I don't know what that is, guys. I'm sorry. Oh man, you ain't doing so well. What happened to your pupils? Oh, people were laughing at this scene too. With yeah, we just introduced more slapstick. Okay, we got drug tripping Martin Lawrence here, while everybody else is trying to be serious in the movie. There's such a good fine line between the comedy and the seriousness of the issue in the original. It goes so far out of whack. Another scene that could have been cut, really. The hell is a Von Sway home? Gotta take a look at this. Is that a Sony camcorder? That might have said Fiji film on it. Or is it Fuji? Fuji film? Yeah, Fuji film. Yeah, people are laughing at this stuff in the theater, but man, it's kind of embarrassing on its own. Yeah, you go call Vargas. Get out of here. So what they did was they infiltrated the mortuary, got this stuff without a warrant, and now they want a warrant after the fact. They don't even know what the book is to go buy it. Oh man, I'm sorry. It like veers into like some kind of Friday sequel with this humor. Got to keep him cool, huh? He's burning up. A helicopter shot of the skyline. We had so many of those in the first movie. Is that only the second we've got? I hope they've. Now she's got the wire. Showtime. Is she a Negro? You make your bed, you sleep in it, okay? A raid on a mortuary, guys. Oh, is he gonna find the wire? Oh no, the cops are gonna blow our whole scheme. Yeah, there's our Sony monitors again. For what reason is he driving like that? I don't know. Oh, right, yeah. Drinking and driving. He's going to go in here and try to do like commando. I'm glad that they printed off some photos that look like they came from someplace outside of the film camera. I hate it when it's like, oh yeah, we've got the picture of him, and it's the same shot that the audience got from the film. Like, okay, you had access to the film camera. You kind of breaking the fourth wall to come up with that. At least he's taking a few guys out. Oh no, it's empty. 4 hearse funeral. Jeez. Yeah, don't kill him. He's with you. Oh no, if only he could have redirected his anger in a more positive way and remembered his pressure points. Real helicopters in action. I don't think Will Smith was in the air for that shot, but everybody else clearly was. Whoop. Gotta go under that bridge. Are they just rounding up all speedboats? I don't honestly even remember this scene. There's a boat chase with a helicopter in this movie too, huh? They couldn't be bothered to use real helicopters. They would they also say screw it, let's not even use an actual boat. We have to bring him to the overpass here for the arrest. It's a righteous bust. And they were kicking in the shake your tail feather. Uh oh, we lost our gal. The jig is up. And here we are with the circle shot here. You get a similar shot in the movie Battleship, but it's not done right as you need a lot of different things in the background to dolly around to get the parallax effect. If you're out on a boat and all you got is blueness around you, it's not really as compelling. He's in Cuba. It's outside our jurisdiction. You guys are going to have to do this. There's nothing we can officially do. We're going to need some volunteers, and everybody jumps aboard. All State Department agencies, back channel contacts, diplomatic solution. That's all we can do. Go get them. Tell them the secret plan, huh? And they're going to see Bad Boys for Life. You know, they don't say Bad Boys 2 in this movie, do they? We ride together, we die together. We're also Bad Boys 2. Now you can see that these guys are working on a, what are they up to, huh? They're gonna go do some volunteer stuff. Is that what this is, huh? Gonna bring on the full team, even the ball busters. Oh yeah, it turns out we even have access to a safe house. Cool. Come to think about it, does Joey Pants have glasses in the third movie? I don't. He's not sporting glasses here. I don't think he did in the first one. All right, now we got to do our off book. Gosh, you even have the Coast Guard involved, so it's not quite a weekend warrior pursuit. You have a Black Ops mission with your Vice cops. That's what this has turned into. I think they all make it too. Or do some of them get killed? It's not quite a Black Hawk Down situation. Why say go 3 times? In case you didn't hear it over the helicopter? Yeah, you know we're in Cuba because I got this hat on. I got that Panama hat kind of crooked like. Yeah, we got to be in Cuba. Cuba. We got 50s cars on the street. I think in the last couple of years they started getting modern cars, which is unfortunate because that gave a certain flavor. Okay, so we have a way to map his house abroad and find his escape tunnel. And we're tunneling. Wow. Poppy, you look like Jesus. Yeah, well, it is a bit ominous. He's painting your going away. What, you gotta turn everybody into angels now? Well, you're gonna be turned into an angels, so makes sense. Loopy's one of us, so there's a girl inside that's one of your guys. Got all kinds of people watching. Big operation. To rescue one chick. 50 lives have to be on stake. Dwayne Wade, nowhere to be seen helping. Probably hadn't even met the gal by this time. Well, this is the summer before he joins the Heat. Big distraction. We gotta just throw down. We got these tubes. We got the hookers. Just everything. We gotta stop this car. The vehicle they're taking off in, that's an Unimog, a Mercedes SUV type thing. You can get them in the U.S., but not officially. Like, or actually, is that the Volkswagen? There's a similar Volkswagen. And they bring out the RC car. Oh, that would not be easy control, guys. No lie. Yeah, you couldn't see the car underneath him in that shot. Coffins throughout this movie, man. Yeah, no one will hear that remote control car. You can always count on henchmen to be unobservant, right? They're not being paid for that. Oh, boy. Jesus Christ. It blew the guy into the balcony. That's not really quite the way how explosions work. It's more of a shrapnel kill type thing. Okay, you got some CGI there, but alright. Shit's blowing up. We're in the coffins. I think the girl gets away. Now, didn't Mama show up with like a gun and try to shoot people? I think she gets involved in this. Yeah, this is a giant ass raid. If a general's getting involved, so you have the military coming to help you against these guys. Yeah, here we go. Mama's in on it. Yeah. Chorizo? Oh, yeah. At classic action movie rules, you can't quite kill the chick. You got to hit them. You can punch a gal. Usually you slap. Sometimes you can hit him with a gun. You know what? I've got no idea who the villain is in the upcoming Bad Boys. They don't seem to show anything about that in the trailer. Well, he did say the house was being built. Oh, come on, guys. You don't need to shoot the painters. We got the package. All right. I don't think any of the good guys have been shot yet. Oh, no. The scaffolding. You can't just let scaffolding fall in one shot. It's going to look slow and boring. You got to cut that together. Here comes the military. Oh, boy. Oh, what the hell was that? Was it like a lifeguard house? Oh, we got one winged. At least the music kind of turned more serious over the. It's a little repetitive, but at least it's not the shake your tail feather stuff. Really? You're so not paying attention you don't even know about the plan B? So if he made up plan B, he shouldn't even be telling anybody it's plan B, right? Introduction of the Hummer H2. These had just come out, and so we're going to show that off. These are based, they have the same platform as the Suburban, though I don't think they're seated to the configuration of 3 rows. I really infrequently see these on the street. They were quite a hot item. If only they made them a little bit more fuel efficient with like a second generation, I think these could have been a pretty good seller. It's possible that GM is looking to bring this brand back as they still own the brand and they're not doing anything with it. So possible hybrid SUV or all electric. Yeah, this thing just tears through this house with reckless abandon, really showing off some off-road prowess. Yeah, make sure you roll in front of the car instead of, running out of the direction in which it's headed. We get a little bit CGI with these bazookas, don't we? Man, he must have had a time getting a brand new Hummer into Cuba. They talk about Guantanamo Bay here before the public does, before it becomes the infamous torture place. Oh no, you can't torture the terrorists. We're above that. Oh, also, Roger Ebert hated this scene here where they tear through the shantytown. Oh, these poor people. What did they do wrong? They're the oppressed, and they're having the only thing they possess is being destroyed by these Americans. It's a bad look. I know, Roger. It's so mean spirited, and oh, jeez. I mean, shit. You're gonna crash through some buildings. This looks awesome. Bam. No complaints from me here. And nothing is slowing this thing down. It's astonishing they haven't flipped over. Dude, look at this carnage. Suck it, Marvel MCU. I'm telling you, this is the grand send-off of the action genre. I'm not saying it's the last great action movie, but this is the one where it tried to be like, let's go out in a blaze of glory, and that's what the action genre did right here. One of the things about this scene here is that you didn't get the impression this was going to be happening in the theater. You didn't see a bunch of TV spots leading into the release of the movie, the trailer, none that's showing this sort of thing, and you're not waiting for it to happen. It's like, oh, holy shit, we still have a giant shootout and chase. Okay. Oh no, someone got shot in the butt again. It's where all the police and their helpers take the shots. Are they Americans? They got a Hummer, sir. And they got landmines. Yo, you might want to put the guns down at this point. You got a lot of rifles drawn on you, American or not. I'm somewhat surprised they're not being shot at by the military right now. Oh, stop right there. Inaudible, even though he's on the air horn, loudspeaker, whatever. Yo, I think if these guys get shot before they cross into here, that could be a real problem for the U.S. Damn. I don't think an iguana can set off a landmine. I think it requires more force than that. Oh, she gets the kill. CGI gun because it's easier to line up the toss. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look realistic at all, but whatever. And we got bullet time. I don't like calling that bullet time to be real with you guys. Oh, he couldn't set off some mines too? He should have fell. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I thought I remember a little something like that. That's how you're supposed to drive. That's how you're supposed to shoot. For now on, that's how you shoot. Little callback. I have a feeling they would bury those mines better than that. Shake your tail feather. Mm-hmm. And then we got to head back to the pool, right? That way to pool scene again. Yeah, here we go. Martin Lawrence keeping that shirt on this movie, huh? I'm pretty sure the dog breaks the pool again. Ain't that the case here? You shouldn't do the same gag twice. And yeah, here comes the dog. Sweep him into the ocean. Yeah, let's sing the Bad Boys song now, kind of, for gag at the end. They do joke in the trailer for Bad Boys for Life that they don't know the words and that it's complicated. The young kids, whatever. And now we got the song starting up. But it's something like, oh, it's High School Musical with guns or something, is what they say of the new crew. There you go, Bad Boys 2. That will do it for the Bad Boys films until a third one ends up somewhere on Netflix. Have a good one.